Another live stream video of Davian's collection of VHS DVDs, games, and more. Today I'm going to be doing my September 2023 VHS collection. The newest arrivals are the collector's edition of Gunsmoke, Bedknobs and Broomsticks, Born to be Wild, Nutcracker on Ice, and Jack Frost. It's going to be freaking epic. Now let's get on to the video. So it's going to be a long collection. And some of the VHSs I've removed from my collection so they'll no longer be shown. That includes the sing-along edition of Quest for Camelot. I did not like that movie, so I had to get rid of it. So I'm going to start out with Alfred Hitchcock's The Man Who Knew Too Much. It is a 1999 VHS because I looked it up, and I looked up the Roman numerals, and it is a 1999 VHS. No print date. I will be checking film strips in this video. No damage. We will be going over the VHSs from box to box. Most of my VHSs are in clamshells right now. Next is my 1991 VHS of Ocean Phobia. October 17th, 1995. This is a reprint. And we just got a viewer. There's a little bit of mold right here, but it's not considered a damage. Don't tell me it is considered a damage or you will be blocked. Alright? Next up is my 1993 VHS of The Bodyguard. This movie stars Whitney Houston with the song I Will Always Love You. This song came out in 1992. This is a sticker label copy. March 3rd, 1996. This is a reprint. We're going to start out the collection with reprints. A tiny bit of flip things right here on the film strip. Alright, next up is my 1994 VHS of Roy Clark, Live from Branson. July 20th, 1997. This is a reprint. There's a little bit of molding right here, and there's a tiny damage right here, but the rest of the tape here plays fine. Next is the tape that I will be getting rid of off camera. Is Murder by Numbers. I've stopped liking this movie a while ago. So as soon as I do the live stream video, I am removing this from my collection. It is the ripoff to the most disliked DVD movies I ever owned. August 14th, 2002. Alright. Next is my 1989 VHS of Gunsmoke. It comes in a cardboard clamshell right here. October 16th, 1991. This is a reprint. And I found out that this tape has the white screen of death at the end. And I found out that it is in pristine condition with the missing sticker label. There is no scratches. Alright, next up is my 1996 VHS of Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. If you guys have this on VHS, tell me in the live chat below. December 12th, 1997. This is a reprint, and it's in pristine condition. Looks brand new. It's on the touch. Film strip right here looks the same as my 1989 VHS of the collector's edition of Gunsmoke. Next up is my 1995 VHS of Born to Be Wild. June 3rd, 1995. That one really bad preview is this Babies trailer. I do not like that show because this show's for babies. Next up is my 1999 VHS of Lake Placid. 26th week of 2000. This is a reprint. Has a tiny damage right here, but the rest of the tape plays fine. I've shown this to my damaged media collection video. Next up is the Game Plays More recorded VHS. I've replaced this. Yeah, I've replaced the Brave Heat because I don't like Paramount movies anymore. I am continuing to record this. And a cool thing is you could put a piece of tape around the recording reel on recorded VHSs that are missing the recording tabs right here. Recorded tabs. Next up is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I have the recording tab on because it is missing the... Well, I have the tape on because it's missing the recording tab. This is recorded in 1991. I've shown this to the damaged media collection because it's missing the left lens. Next up is my 1994 VHS of The Three Tenders. It is rare because this is an Indiana WFYI VHS. No print date. And I've shown this to you in my damaged media collection because of these marks. Next up is a fan-made VHS. It is the Super Mario Brothers movie. And I've put in a custom print date as well, which is on June 15th of 2023. And the fan-made home video I made is Xbox 360 home video. If I have a chance to rip the VHSs, I will be showing them to you on Internet Archive. This is where I did a preview on Perry Gaming Net. Next up is my 1995 VHS of Nutcracker on Ice. My first ever NBC Sports video VHS in my collection. It's in good condition too. 39th week of 1995. Nutcracker on Ice and Born to Be Wild are the two tapes I just got from the yard sale that needed to be rewounded right here. Next up is my 1999 VHS of Jack Frost. A lot of you guys have this on VHS. July 5th, 1999. This thing's a little damaged at the beginning because as you look, a little dent here and the static line scratch right here. I shown you it for proof on the 5 new VHSs in my collection video. Go check that out. Next up is my 1997 VHS of Armageddon. It's a tiny damage right here at the beginning. And the cool thing is, it has the green lid opener right here. I've shown you this in my damaged media collection video. Next up, it's my 1997 VHS of Jingle All the Way, which I put when I put a fan-made artwork on. Clamshell's in bad shape. 48th week of 1997. As you remember, I did the opening to this tape. It's a little damaged at the beginning because of the crinkle. And that's why I've shown you this in my damaged media collection. And it has this white opener right here. Open up the tape lid. Next up is the Christmas Scrooge recorded VHS. It's in a black case because this one originally came from either The Nightmare Before Christmas or The Goonies. Next up is my 2003 VHS of Too Fast, Too Furious. My newest VHS in my collection. 35th week of 2003. Even though I like this movie of the company, I still don't like it. Next up is my 1993 VHS of Happily Ever After. It is a 1988 movie, and it has a cool pink ink label. Little bubbles right here. It is a classic movie. Next up is my 1989 VHS of A Sonic on Old Lakes, October 23rd, 1991. Alright, I'll set the camera down and mute it while I put back the tapes, and I'll be right back. Just a reminder, any tapes you see, count them. Alright, we are now in this section of the VHS tapes. We're going to start with my EA Sports recorded VHS. This was recorded from April 16th to April 24th, 2023. I am continuing to watch this tape, by the way. This used to be an American Idol tape, but I had to replace it with the EA Sports tape because I've stopped liking American Idol. So I had to replace it. And the reason why I've stopped liking American Idol is because of this most annoying ABC thing I've been seeing on ABC and stream on Hulu. That's what I don't like about it. That would make me dislike ABC. Next up is the Video Magic 1997. It's about trains, and it's an old-fashioned VHS. It's damaged at the beginning, but otherwise the tape plays fine. Most of the tapes I got in 2016, these 5 I got recently. That Christmas Scrooge tape I got in December 2020. This one I got in 2020 as well. This one I got in 2019. Next is my 2000 VHS of Pokemon the Movie 2000. September 23rd, 2000. I've shown you this in my damaged VHS collection because it's a tiny bit of damage here. And it is also damaged at the end, even though it doesn't show any signs of damage on the film strip. It does show signs of damage on the screen. Got this in 2016. Next up is my 1997 VHS of Sling Blade. Either a 1996 VHS or a 1997 VHS. Tell me in the comment section below and what do you think when the Sling Blade came out on VHS. December 9th, 1997. I've shown you this in my damaged media collection because of that crinkle right here at the beginning. Next up is my 1992 VHS of Buick Privates, Buck Privates Come Home, not Buick Privates. I kept this because this feels historical to me. 22nd week of 1994. This is a reprint. It's still a 92 VHS, but it's a reprint from 94. Next up is my 1988 VHS of E.T., the Extraterrestrial. I kept this because it looks very cool to the touch. And it's an old 80s VHS. And it has green reels and a green lid. 28th week of 1988. Has the white lid opener right here. I'm still keeping this because of the way the tape looks. My life skills teacher has this tape as well. A lot of you guys have E.T. on VHS. Right. We'll go to the next section of VHS tapes. Alright. Moving on to the next section of VHS tapes. Moving around now. Got my 1993 VHS of The Sandlot. '13th week of 1998. This is a reprint. I did the opening to this tape not too long ago. This case is originally from Matilda. I don't like Matilda anymore, the movie, so I decided to remove this from my collection. Next is my 1994 VHS of The Crow. This artwork I still have is from Cats and Dogs, the movie I don't like because of the previews. August 31st, 1994. It is cracked right on the lens. And when you look at the film strip, it is damaged at the beginning. Getting it here, speechless right now. Because when you look here, there's some crinkles here, and a few crinkles over here. And the glass is poking out right here. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to throw out the VHS yet because of how damaged it is. Next up is the Michael Landon tribute, which was recorded on September 19th, 1991. This tape is now 32 years old, which has Bonanza, Little House on the Prairie, and Highway to Heaven. Has these 80s shows in it right here. Sorry if I hit the camera. Has these old lines, but I like this type. And this is why I started watching these old commercials back then. Oops, dropped the camera here. Mistake. Next up is my 1991 VHS of My Heroes Has Always Been Cowboys. July 13th, 1991. There's a damage on the clamshell right here. I've transformed them to clamshells because they either have bad cases, bad slip cases, or are missing cases. Next up is my 1993 VHS of Revenge of the Nerds 3, The Next Generation. I put 1992 on the artwork, but it's a 93 VHS. 11th week of 1993. This one came out here. This one was printed in early 1993. Next up is my 2001 VHS of Joyride. My only mixed colored tape in my collection. There's a Blockbuster blue tape. And unfortunately, it is damaged at the beginning. As you can see, this damage here is damaged right here. But the rest of the tape plays fine. I am also going to give you an update that I've stopped liking New Line Cinema. If you guys haven't noticed already. Next up is my legendary recorded VHS, Disorder in the Court of the Three Stooges 60th anniversary. This thing was recorded in late 1990. Looks like the battery's low on my phone. I put the tape on it because there's no recording tab on it. And it has a loose lid and it's damaged at the beginning. Even though it does not show any signs of damage on the picture. Next up is my 1994 VHS of Mother's Boys. August 28th, 1994. 3 days apart from The Crow. And it's a little damaged at the beginning. As you can see by this type damage. Probably the VCR damaged it. Next up is A Walton Wedding. Recorded in 1995. Next up is my 2002 VHS of The Rookie. I like this movie because it is a baseball movie. July 17th, 2002. Next up is my 1991 VHS of Presumed Innocent. Even though it says 1991 on the back, as you take a look, it is a reprint because of the Warner Brothers logo and it has a different logo at the beginning. March 22nd, 1997. This is a reprint. I did the opening to this VHS recently. Next up is my 1997 VHS of Arthur. I filmed the opening to this movie, April 21st, 1997. Looks like the battery's getting low on the phone. Next up is my 2001 VHS of The Best of Red Skelton Volume 1. This one has black reels on it. Next up is my 1999 VHS of Saving Private Ryan. I like this movie because of the Hymn to the Fallen song. Here's the movie, September 4th, 1999. It is co-produced by Paramount. September 3rd, 1999. 1999. It is rated R. Next up is my 2001 VHS of The Best of Red Skelton Volume 2. It has black reels as well. The battery's running low fast on my phone, so I better hurry up and do this. Alright. Get on quick. Got one VHS right here. Next up is my 2001 VHS of the Red Skelton Christmas Special. It has black reels on it as well. If the battery gets low to about 2%, I might do this in a few parts. Got my 1993 VHS of McLintock. November 26, 1993. We got a Grand Theft Auto 4 tape. Got my 1989 VHS of Rodeo Bloopers. December 18th, 1994. Alright, that will be part 1 of my September 2023 VHS collection. Part 2 will be on soon. This is Davian's collection of VHS, DVDs, games, and more. Thank you for watching. I hope you like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you again in my next video.